Good morning, my name's Ryan. I want to make some videos in response to what I'm seeing online, some of the reaction of the right due to criminality, the Islam invasion, the Epstein files. A lot of people are calling for the right to revolt. Why aren't we in the streets? Why aren't we burning our cities down? Why aren't we going on the offensive right now against the government and the bad people and the people who worship a pedophile? And y'all don't get it. Now, some of these people are fed ops. Some of these people calling for violence, they're either feds or idiots. We're in no position right now, the right, and I'm not traditional right, but I'm a lot more right than I am left, is in no position right now to fight back. We're not even in a position to protest. I've been talking about it for years, not online, but in person with people, and people haven't listened. People have ignored me for decades and decades now. And now it's all coming home to roost, and now everybody wants to know, why is there no action? Why is there no protest? Why aren't we revolting? Why did we let this happen? Because you didn't listen, you didn't pay attention, you didn't care. You don't really care about politics, do you? I've heard it a million times. Millions of times I've heard people say that to me. And now all of a sudden you care and you want it all fixed. You don't fix a problem that's decades in the making overnight. And you sure as hell don't do it when you have no organization, no plan, you don't even know what's going on half the time. You don't know what you're up against. So everybody needs to calm down and start thinking and planning for what has to be done at some point. But that point isn't today. And I'm not trying, I don't want to be a jerk to people. I understand where everybody's coming from. I get it. I do. But now we're here, so let's talk about what needs to happen for the right to revolt against all the evil that has flooded America. First off, y'all need to be real careful about what you're saying online. I'm seeing people saying things that could be very easily construed in a court of law as direct threats. There's people saying things that are illegal online right now. And they mean well. You can say something that is just, true, ethical, but it still be illegal. What we don't need is people getting locked up for nothing right now. We need as many people on our side as possible. Because quite frankly, the left is large. I'll get into the demographics and everything later. But, you know, half the right isn't capable of doing jack squat. Half of us are living in areas that are enemy territory. Most people aren't financially equipped for what's coming. You want everyone to just drop their lives and go protest and riot and start shooting people? With what money? I know some of you got money. You could go with the collapse of civilization for 3 months and be fine. Could you do it for 6? Could you do it for a year? And what about all the rest of the people on your side? This isn't the time. This is an important time in American history. It could be the most important time. And it is not the time for rash, flailing action. This is the time to start doing what everybody should have been doing for the last couple decades. And that is organize at least. People need to organize But you have to be careful how you're organizing. The larger, broader organization on a state or national level needs to be real low-key and real about peaceful resistance. The minute you try to organize on a state or national level with a verbal intention of committing crimes or overthrowing the government, you are now a criminal. And if you think just because Donald Trump's president you're not going to get locked up, I have some bad news for you. So if you're organizing on a state or national level or any kind of broad level, you need to keep it peaceful. You need to talk about organizing for protest, for write-in campaigns, for voting, for just organizing society in general, but you do not need to be organizing for a revolution on a nationwide scale unless you just want everybody to get locked up or shot. Okay? Number one. Number two, you need to be real careful even at your local level. There's a reason Antifa organizes into cells and terrorists. The real hardcore Antifa and similar groups are not interconnected in their communications on illegal activities. The rioting stuff, sure. But they're not talking about striking the government or killing agents in large nationwide groups. Not in specifics. And the right has no idea what's going on. They have no idea how to protest. They have no idea a lot of things. And so if you are going to organize any kind of super edgy stuff, like can't talk about it online legally, that needs to be done on a very, very, very small scale. I did a lot of leftist activism a long time ago. And I know people, I met the people who burnt down Vail. I know a lot of hardcore activists. And a lot of them didn't actually know very many other activists. They literally didn't go to above ground protest. They had a small group of people. Sometimes it's one person. Sometimes it's 3 people. The most I ever saw with the cell was like 7 people. Outside of that, nobody knew what they were up to. And they didn't go around talking about it. They didn't go around trying to rally other people to go out and do what they were doing. Because that brings heat. You know, the right has waited a long time to try to organize and resist what's going on, and you picked a pretty tough time to do it, because everything you say is recorded. Everything, everywhere you go is recorded. Even if you turn your phone off, you can power down your phone, walk around with it off in your pocket for days. And when you turn your phone back on, there's going to be up and downloads happening. And what is that? Part of what that is all the sensors that recorded where you were going that are in your phone. The sensor that tells your phone which way is up and down and which way, movement is when for GPS and all that. All that data is recorded whether your phone's on or off. And it gets uploaded to the internet the minute you turn your phone back on. So you could have your phone off, and let's say you go to Walmart and steal a bag of chips. But the police really want to find you because, for some reason, they're going to be able to see that you turned your phone off, that you went to Walmart, Then you went to your girlfriend's house and then turned your phone back on. They can see the whole way you went. Never mind the fact that there's cameras everywhere, including in the wilderness now. Any park near an urban area has cameras in it. So this isn't a time to be rash. This isn't a time to just call for people to go out in the streets. We're not ready for it. I'm going to make another video quick here in a second, talk about some other stuff. You need to tune in if you're really serious about the right fighting back. Because I've got a lot of information that most of you have no idea. No idea. And you're not thinking about it. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Be good. God bless. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Ask me a question below. Thank you.